Hee-joo boldly claims this is just a contract marriage with no love involved, yet the way she looks at Ian tells a completely different story. Those eyes? Full of concern. Full of love. And the moment Lee Rang tries to guilt-trip Ian and insult him, Hee-joo instantly goes into protective mode like she's ready to destroy anyone who hurts him. If that's not love, then what exactly is it? The funny part is Hee-joo genuinely believes it isn't love. She keeps convincing herself that everything happening between them is just a passing moment. Meanwhile, Ian has zero confusion about his feelings. This man has loved her since high school. And that yacht kiss proved exactly how deep Hee-joo's own feelings run. That wasn't some accidental peck. Hee-joo instinctively pulled Ian closer and completely surrendered to her emotions in that moment. The kiss was passionate, intimate, and full of everything she keeps trying to suppress. Then, seconds later, both of them completely panicked. Ian gets flustered because Hee-joo immediately reacts like nothing happened despite the fact that he initiated the kiss. And Hee-joo? She turns into a walking emotional disaster.
Shy.
Angry. Embarrassed. Flustered. All at once. And that's what makes Hee-joo such a fascinating character. She acts fearless in front of everyone else. She was ready to yell at Ian when he interrupted her while she was preparing for the royal ball. She was furious at the mechanic who nearly killed her through the brake failure. She terrified Ian when she suddenly demanded a marriage contract. She carries herself like someone who can destroy anyone standing in her way. But the second Ian gets close, she completely falls apart. She loses all logic. Her defenses disappear. It's almost like Ian is the only person capable of calming the emotional scars she keeps hidden. That stare scene perfectly showed this. She was so distracted by how close Ian was, so lost in his gaze, staring at that smile and those lips she had kissed just days earlier, that she literally forgets where she's standing and almost falls down the stairs. Ian catches her by the waist and pulls her back. And instead of thanking him, she adorably scolds him because she's overwhelmed by the fact that she almost kissed him again. She walks away frustrated because she wants him while simultaneously being terrified of what that means. And Ian? He just stands there smiling because she's unbearably cute. Hee-joo being in love is honestly the cutest version of her. She looks like she's crying, laughing, panicking, and falling apart internally all at the same time. Yet her denial keeps getting more ridiculous. She's literally banging her head against a confession wall and trying to rationalize that their kiss somehow wasn't actually a kiss. The level of delusion is adorable. Then Ian completely destroys every excuse she has. While giving her space, he quietly tells her, "It wasn't because of the mood. I did it because it was you. I'm used to holding back even when I want something, but this time, it's hard." And suddenly this becomes more than flirting. It becomes Ian's entire character arc. For years, he's been emotionally manipulated by the Queen Dowager, by his father, by the royal family. He was taught to suppress every desire he ever had. So, Hee-joo's biggest gift to him wasn't the yacht date. It was freedom. Freedom to want things. Freedom to stop apologizing for existing. Freedom to fight for what belongs to him. And what he wants most. First, Hee-joo. Second, the throne his late brother wanted him to claim. And the truth behind his brother's unjust death. Episode 7 feels like the true beginning of Ian's transformation. The Queen Dowager continues emotionally torturing him, trying to make him break. That dinner scene was horrifying. She weaponizes his father's trauma. She manipulates him over his brother's death. She asks if he secretly wanted the throne. She tries to convince him that everything is his fault. And Ian looks completely shattered. But then Hee-joo does something powerful. She grabs his hand and walks him out. That moment mattered so much because Ian has spent his entire life enduring abuse in silence. And Hee-joo shows him that fighting back is possible. She becomes his safe place. And her line about how things would be easier if they were already married? That feels huge. Because this romance is no longer just about falling in love. It's becoming political. The Queen Dowager knows Hee-joo is Ian's biggest weakness now. And she'll likely try to destroy Hee-joo's reputation to break him. But that may backfire completely. Because if Hee-joo fully accepts that she cannot live without Ian, she may become the very reason he rises to the throne. And that would completely change her destiny. She wouldn't just become the wife of a grand prince. She could become queen. And honestly, after Ian nearly died saving her from that car crash, defied the royal family for her, and practically confessed with every action long before using words, Hee-joo asking, "Do you like me?" is probably the funniest act of denial we've seen all year. Girl, he's been screaming it with his entire existence. By now, Hee-joo is no longer just falling for Ian, she's beginning to truly understand him. For the first time, she sees beyond his perfect prince image and recognizes the pain he has been silently carrying for years. And that realization changes everything. She understands what it means to hide emotional scars behind confidence because she has done the exact same thing. That's why their relationship feels so powerful. They mirror each other. Both of them were forced to become emotionally guarded. Both learned how to survive by pretending they were stronger than they actually felt. And now Hee-joo realizes Ian has spent his entire life enduring pain alone. So her response? She decides she'll do the fighting for both of them, as long as Ian stays by her side. And that is such a Hee-joo way of loving someone. She doesn't love softly. She loves like war. She loves like protection. She loves like someone who is ready to burn down every obstacle standing in front of the person she loves. While Hee-joo is stepping into protector mode, Ian is experiencing something completely new. For the first time in his life, he gets childish. And it's adorable. This man who spent years suppressing every emotion suddenly starts acting exactly like Hee-joo. He gets jealous.
He picks small fights.
He gets possessive. He pouts over tiny things. And completely melts over every little thing Hee-joo does. He's absolutely gone. And honestly, watching this emotionally restrained prince become hopelessly in love is one of the best parts of this drama. Even Prime Minister Min seems shocked seeing this version of Ian. Because this isn't the calm, controlled prince everyone knows. This is a man deeply in love and no longer capable of hiding it. Then there's Young-woo. And I think his storyline could become heartbreaking. Right now, he wants to believe this marriage is nothing more than a contract. That gives him hope. That gives him room to stay close to Hee-joo. And that's why he says, as long as Hee-joo is happy, I'll support them. But what happens when he realizes this isn't temporary? What happens when he sees that they're genuinely falling in love, and neither of them wants a divorce anymore? That's where things get complicated.